Today is a beautiful Sunday, and something that came up for me earlier today was this idea that we've gotten away from being inspired and creative like when we were children. And the more I felt distant from my inner child, the more I wanted to give it to my kids. And so I took them on a hike and found an opportunity for them to do something that most parents, if you understand, you'd roll your eyes and be like, oh my God, how did you do that? Why did you do that? Right? Because sometimes it's just more work than it's worth. But playing off that phrase, is it really more work than it's worth? Or is it totally worth the work? And I let them take off their shoes and wander out into the mud and be totally in their bodies and completely free of worry and stress and expectations and the rules, and just totally free as a child. And I pride myself on my kids being out in the world and exploring, and we're always outdoors. But not very often do they get the opportunity to take their shoes off and get totally full of mud. And I want to encourage you to think that maybe the work is worth it. And I'm not talking about your 9 to 5. I'm not talking about the grind or the hustle. I'm talking about that embracing your inner child, that work to love yourself the way that your small version of you would have loved. And if you think back to the things you didn't get to do as a kid, or the things you wish you had done or gotten a chance to do, have you allowed yourself to try? Have you done that work? Have you visualized or listened to that inner child of what they want? And sometimes it can feel really overwhelming to do this kind of work, because it requires us to relive experiences that might be painful or hard or emotional. But in that, in just the revisiting in a really objective way, almost observing those experiences rather than feeling the emotions, just observing what took place and what can you gift yourself. That work, that's the work that's worth it, because you heal when you do that. So today, the channel is encouraging you to go within and think about what's something that someone would have given you permission to do. Something wild or silly or adventurous or risky or any of those things. What is that thing? What is that thing that seems like too big, too scary, too risky? Is it climbing a tree? Is it walking around in mud bare feet? Is it treating yourself to that really silly candy that isn't as great once you take that first bite, but you would have loved it as a kid? You're asked to just embrace that inner child. Give it its moment as your adult self. Hold its hand, snuggle up close, and let them know it's okay. You made it this far. Have a wonderful day.